All right, ma'am. What's your name and how old are you?
Charmecia, 28.
All right. I know they say you're not supposed to ask women how old they are, but
Yeah, because I had to think about it.
all right, I got you. Oh, so that's why.
Yeah, I tell people I'm 25.
Okay, my bad. So we might not want this to go
Too far.
too far. I got you. All right, so ma'am, why do you think that the majority of women are single today?
Hmm. Because women and men, I would say, we all are for ourselves right now. I don't think nobody's for each other, like in it for each other. Nobody's genuine. We're all in like grind mode.
Okay. All right, so do you think that when it comes to women being single, can't find a good man, do you think that men are the problem?
In a sense, it depends on what type of men they're going after. And I feel like not necessarily going after nobody. You have to find yourself first in order to know what you want and looking for.
Okay. I think that's definitely key. I uh I got married at 21, and this ain't about me. This is about Charmecia. But I got married at 21. Was married for 11 years. Used to the home slash family life, so I ended up getting in a relationship pretty quickly with someone who had kids. Then the next relationship was with someone who had kids. I never gave myself time. I've heard people say you got to find yourself. I never knew what that meant until I learned. And that was one of the best decisions that I've ever made. Um, so I definitely agree with that. So why do you think that those who say there are plenty of fish in the sea can't seem to catch the one that's worth keeping?
Um, it kind of goes to like I say, the like in the league, it could be 1,000 people ready to play, but who's your prospects? Just because they in the seat don't mean that they're for you.
Okay,
Ain't nobody standing out
right. Because everybody don't have the same intentions.
at all, and not everybody's intentions aren't as pure as yours may be.
Okay. So why do you think good people often get taken advantage of? Good women, good men. Why are they easy targets for the wrong people?
Hmm. Boundaries must be set. Cause I tell people, as when you be too understanding and so giving, it comes off eventually as disrespecting yourself because you allow so much. Because the giver is gonna give and the taker is gonna take. So if you keep giving to a taker, they're gonna keep taking until there's nothing else to take.
Man,
For real.
that 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 touched something because it took me back. Man. So what is a good woman? What does a good woman look like?
Me. I know. I'm just not kidding, but
No, cause
someone
cause
who
listen,
who
they're
knows what they have. Like the whole idea is to know who you are within yourself, so you can know your characteristics, as in your pros and your cons,
okay.
and someone who's willing to listen. A lot of I don't know. It's hard for me to shut up, but I will if you have or you're telling me something is informative, you know. And I take corrective criticism all the time,
Okay.
but it's how you tell it to a woman, because a woman act off emotions. I can't tell you how men think, but I can definitely tell you how a woman will.
Okay. And I asked that question because I've heard people say, everybody says that they're good despite their intentions. I was in a situation, a relationship, and I remember when that ended. I remember one of the lady's friends saying that Ryan, he let a good one go. That makes me ask the question, what is a good woman? because I know what I was dealing with.
Yeah. And
Um,
nobody can know. That's what to be. Everybody, even relationships you form, your mama can't love you like your wife, but everybody give you love. So everybody can give you different types of love, but you just have to know which love is good for you. Cause just because they say they love you, don't mean it's always good love.
right, and then I think also some people just have a misunderstanding of the word
Love
love. Yeah,
anyway.
it could be I love you because I'm not putting hands on you, or I love you because I'm not cheating on you in your face, that type of thing. But love is the Bible says that love does no harm to its neighbor. So I think that's key.
And
So to you, Miss Charmecia, what is a good man in your view?
a provider. In the Bible, it definitely says he is supposed to provide, protect, and lead. So in order for a woman to let him do that, he has to know how to lead. You have to show her what your intentions are doing, versus just telling them. Because a lot of women are tired of just listening.
Yeah,
Be pro, and I'm real big on being proactive rather than being reactive.
yeah,
No, and then that's like being attentive. Like if you're attentive, you pay her attention. You should know her moods. You should know when something's off.
yeah. One of my friends, she says that especially like with married couples, but just couples in general, you got to be intentional. Um, Actions speak louder. You got to show this person. You gotta do things, not just say things. So
That part. And you're married, so you definitely you definitely know what I'm talking about as far as being knowing your wife and her how her moods are. You could
yeah,
tell when something's going on with that day, like and actually bringing it to her attention that you paid attention.
yeah, yes. I think it's very important. All
It,
right, so you've already stated that a man he's supposed to protect and provide and lead. So from a biblical standpoint, is it a man's responsibility to take care of a woman?
not necessarily take care of her, but ain't no 50-50 if that's what you're saying. Like
Okay,
it's definitely a 60-40, 80-20, and it's a balance thing because you're gonna carry most of the weight most of the time as a man because it's your job. But on the rainy days and the bad days, that's where the wife is supposed to pick up on the end.
okay,
And it may be a season that your husband is down. That's why I tell people all the time. You people aren't in love all the time. You fall in and out of love.
yeah,
People be married for 30 years. You think they love each other all the time? They probably don't like each other.
yeah.
But that's where the foundation and the all the loyalty and the love and all that come to play.
The
Because if it's just
commitment.
lust, it's gonna run out.
Yeah. Okay. So should a woman ever should a woman take care of a man? I'm talking about like an able-bodied man.
Oh hell no! You see me up here by myself? Hell no! Nope.
Okay.
You're supposed to help an able man. Like I love working man. You do whatever you need to do, but if he able and I don't even knock a trying one, but ain't nobody sitting around nowhere.
Yeah. Just sitting around or riding around all day, chilling, not being
Ain't no at
productive.
home dad either if that's what they be saying. Cause I don't desire to be an independent, strong black woman all day, every day.
Yeah. I
Let me do
understand.
it.
I understand. All right. So, what does partnership mean to you?
Again, it's more like a balance. It's like the yin to your yang
Okay.
because it has to. we have to know each other, and that's where the friend partnerships, you have to be able to know them outside of the bedroom,
Yeah.
to know what they able or what they're capable of, so you can pick up where they lack, or it may be your strong suit and it may not be theirs. So it's all about a balance.
Okay. That's perfect. So what does a miserable person look like to you?
I ain't gonna say no names, but negativity. Speaking negativity all the time. Like you have nothing positive going on in your life, or even not in your life. If you just run into somebody and all they have is something bad to say about you or somebody else, like that's miserable.
Or just kind of like the poor little me
Yeah,
syndrome. But I definitely agree with the
a
negativity.
damsel in distress.
Yeah, always got problems going on. Not saying that we don't
We
have
all have problems.
problems.
No, I said it ain't no do to complain because we all got problems.
All right. So what does a happy person look like?
Come on, me. No, seriously, someone who just if you wake up, you whatever you however you wake up, that's how your day gonna play out. So if you wake up in good spirits, then 9 times out of 10 you gonna have a good day. You you smile, you laugh. Laughing is very therapeutic.
It's like medicine
Like
to the
seriously,
soul.
put on a
Yeah.
comedy show. Go watch some Bernie Mac or some.
Yeah. Watch some reels
Yeah.
where yeah. Okay. That's what's up. So what does a woman who wants to be married look like? Cuz I think a lot of women they say they're looking for a good man, they want a good man, but I can't really say that their actions are saying the same things. I'm not a judge. I'm not Kevin Samuels or Charleston White, but I do see things.
Yeah, I mean, I know a lot of people because some people say when I'm single, I'm single. When I'm dating, I'm dating. But in a sense, when it's about marriage, you do have to carry yourself a certain way to attract the people you want, and that's really about finding who you are, so you can make sure you find the right person for you. Because if you out here not knowing who you are, then you may end up with somebody who's not meant for you because they're thinking you are some other type of way and you like this. And social media is very misleading with it because people have very unreal lives on reality TV.
Okay. So I'm gonna just throw this one in here. Would you ever do the pop the balloon challenge if they were close by?
No, because that's just judging some people off our appearance.
Okay.
And that's like speed dating. I do speed dating before I do that.
Yeah.
But no, because you're not just answering those general questions. I guess it can tell you a lot, but people be popping their balloons so they even get up there, and then they be really disappointed or kind of fuck themselves.
Yeah. So what do you think a man who wants to be married looks like? Or how should a man who wants to be married conduct himself?
Be assertive,
Okay.
because what they say, your word is your bond.
Yeah.
So say what you mean what you say. So just be assertive and go after what you want, like, and make sure you have all yourself. Is you are where you want to be before considering a relationship, because a partnership is more. You can't be selfish in a relationship. You can't miss a call and not worry about them. So make sure you are where you want to be, because I'm raising a son, so I'm a woman raising a son, so I have to make sure he has or knows just the basic fundamentals of life and principles, because he don't need no woman to just know how to cook so he can, oh, I'm gonna marry her because she can cook good, or she acts like my mom. No, you don't want nobody necessarily like your mom. You want somebody like your mom who laid out those principles for you, because a lot of men are weak. They don't have like the basic. They don't even know how to change a tire. So how am I supposed to marry you? We on a road trip and
Man,
you know what I'm saying? So it's just this
wow.
basic stuff that men should know how to do as a man in order for me as a woman to be submissive, or to me to not go out there and do it myself. For me to sit down and shut up. I
Yeah.
can't sit down and shut up, and I know we in turmoil.
Hmm. Wow.
Just be prepared for that role if you're gonna take it on.
Yeah, and I really take my hat off to my stepdad because he taught me how to change tires. He taught me how to wash vehicles, things like that. He taught me how to mow the
Well,
yard and use the weed eater. I can teach my sons those
the
things. You know what I'm
basic
saying?
stuff, just survival.
Yeah.
Even women should know how to, like, I wish they taught us how to grow things, plant things, sow, like us, that the basic stuff we should be learned. We should know is very important in a household, because a a family, when you're raising a family, that's a whole different story,
Yeah.
because you have other ones you know, that are looking up to you.
Yes, ma'am. So we've already established it, ma'am. You said you're single.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you single
Because
today?
I can't shut up. No, no, no joke. Seriously, I don't know. Because I'm still finding myself. I feel like
Okay.
I still have a lot of growing to do. But and also, I'm a giver. I don't know how not to give, or when is, I don't know how to set my boundaries. I'm learning to set my boundaries.
Okay.
So I'm either all in or not. So I can't be in it if I'm not ready. And I tell people I won't even try if I know I can't give 100%. And that's with anything. So I won't waste nobody's time knowing that I'm not healed or a complete,
Yes, ma'am.
where I want to be.
You said a whole lot. I don't know if you know that. You said a whole lot.
Look, I want to watch it after this because I know I rumble or I ramble
No,
a
you
lot.
you're doing a wonderful job. But if I could go back when I left that relationship that I shouldn't have been in, when I finally said no more to that situation, I decided then to work on myself, to find myself. The only problem is that I wasn't alone. I was entertaining single women who were looking
For a
for a good
complete,
man
yeah.
and giving them hopes that I wasn't gonna, uphold to. And it's not that I was telling them like, yeah, I want to be with you, but it's just I was telling them straight up what it was,
But women
but I
hold
still
on
shouldn't have
to,
been that way.
yeah, women hold on to false hope. And that's why I'm very, very direct when I speak. I try to. So, because I need to know, I don't like to assume anything. If I have a question, I'm going to ask. So, nobody can get anything misconstrued about the feelings.
Yeah. Okay. So if no one else shared your views, would you change them?
Nope. But I'll listen to theirs, though.
Okay. So you are open minded,
Yes.
but you
I don't
still
think I'm
stick to
right.
your views. Nothing
Yeah.
wrong with that.
Yeah. I'll listen because it may be another point of view, like another perspective I never considered looking at, especially a man. Like I tell people, I can't tell you what a man thinks. I can't tell you. I can tell you what I want him to do, but I can tell you what an actual man is supposed to do because you give and take some.
Yeah.
So what you may want, you may have to deal with something else.
Yeah. All right. So when you met me, I was that way. So I'm going to stay that way. Is that a good saying to try to uphold?
No, because you give and take some. What you did with that last person or last relationship is just like coming into this with a clean slate. Don't bring that baggage over here, and then also don't bring your accustoms over here. Learn something new. Like we're doing things totally new.
I like that. I definitely agree with that.
Yeah, because some people be like, well, that's just that's how I am. Well, I don't fuck with it, and it could be something big. It could be something really small.
Yeah. All right. So common law marriage. I know you've heard of that.
Hmm.
Do you think it's the same as marriage?
Yeah, in a sense. Because what is marriage? You ask some people, what is marriage? The piece of paper or the partnership? So my grandmother and my grandfather was typically most of the time, literally for at least 20 years, was common law. And then they went and got married. But that was my granddad. I wouldn't, the love and genuineness within that partnership, you couldn't tell me nothing different.
Yeah.
So whether they was signed a piece of paper when I was before I was born or when I was grown, that was my granddad.
Yeah. All right. So would you want to be with a guy who doesn't think that
No.
marriage is something that he would want to do, but he just want to be your boyfriend for 10, 15 years, 20 years?
Cause I'm a businesswoman too though.
Yeah.
So my grandma is old school. We 2025.
Yeah.
Business has to be handled.
Yeah.
You're not gonna leave me here with no girlfriend title.
Right. Right.
So it's the paperwork is more for business. I won't ever go into the court. Now you go before the Lord, and that's when that is serious for sure. But you have to be locked in with your partner before you even go on, consider to go sign some paperwork.
Okay. All right. So how could you make the world a better place?
Mm. Pour into my kid. He'll be 6 next month. So and they're like kids are like sponges. So the more information you feed them, the more they're gonna grasp, and the faster they grasp, and it won't take what I'm learning. What I learned late, I'm giving to him early. So he's been able to talk and ask more questions, and I'm willing to give him any information. Nothing's off topic. Anything and everything can be asked
Okay.
as long as it's age appropriate. But yeah, just pour it into my kid. And I also want to be a teacher. So kids, definitely. I like kids and old people.
Okay. So let me ask you this. You say you want to be a teacher. What steps are you taking? Or
Um,
what steps have you taken?
well, I actually I got my associates from Mississippi Gulf Coast, and I did a semester or two at William Carey, and so I really want to go back to get my bachelor's in elementary ed for and become like a first grade or second grade teacher.
Okay.
I think I like the impressionable ones, the ones that you can do something
Yeah,
with.
absolutely, absolutely. I wish you the best on that. I promise you I do.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. All right, so how could you make someone else's world better?
The smallest things matter to me. That's what I tell people. So just complimenting someone. I know I get compliments, but just returning a compliment to the next person. You don't know, just changing somebody's day. And we all have a story to tell. We all know the struggles of life and the wave. So just giving somebody a compliment just to get by.
Yeah, I like that because I like being nice to people. I treat people like people. I don't care what they do, what type of lifestyle they live. Hey, you're a human, and it's my responsibility to treat you as such. And I want to brighten your day. I want to make you smile. I want to let you know that everybody's not a horrible person in
And
this
somebody
world.
actually sees you. Some people think they're not even seeing. So
Yeah.
just acknowledging someone, speaking to someone, hey, how you doing?
Okay.
I think that's the southern hospitality, though.
Yeah. Yeah. I'd agree. All right. So this is the $1 million question. Only thing about it, I don't have $1 million.
Once you got enough to pay for this hairdo.
Yeah, I got to know for that. Hey, but whenever you're whenever you feel that you found yourself, whenever you feel that you are healed, what type of man? Describe to me what type of husband you want. I should have asked you that one
No,
before we
thank you for
started
giving me a
recording.
minute.
Yeah.
um, so I talk a lot, so I can't. I need a not. I don't need a soft spoken person, because and I am also soft spoken, and I will talk softly if you lead properly. I need someone who's attentive. Uh, I'm a very emotional woman, so someone who actually pays attention to the smallest details. And I tell people you have to at least date someone for a couple seasons. The year has four. Pick a couple to
Okay.
actually for you to know that they like you in all your seasons. You're good, you're bad, and you're ugly. Cause
Yeah.
sometimes everything ain't good. Sometimes it ain't always ugly. It rains. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I'm someone who's accepting of all your imperfections
Okay.
and being able to reveal your imperfections to that person.
Okay.
They have to make you feel safe in order to for you to show them that though. But men, a lot of people, and even women, a lot of people are just in things for themselves. The genuine people in the world, a lot of people don't. Will take them for granted. Or you could just be doing some off the strip because that's the type of person you are. I'll buy you lunch. Like I mean, I've seen plenty of women thinking they doing something by getting somebody to pay for their lunch. That's just the type of man they is. You
Yeah.
pay for his lunch. You know what I'm saying? That's just who they are. You're not one upping on nothing. And you're kind of missing out because that's just the bare minimum.
Yeah.
Like, y'all, a lot of people are accepting of the bare minimum. I could give myself that.
Yeah. Wow. So, what do you think about the women who just randomly hit up guys like, "Hey, you gonna buy my lunch today?" Somebody they're not even
The
talking
audacity.
to. Yeah, it's crazy,
I
isn't it?
know, I can't defend them though. I can't defend them, but it'd be the audacity because it's like a pretty face and a big butt does not always save you. I got a pretty face and my butt ain't always, it ain't that big, but uh, I don't get nothing for free. I'm out here. That's why I say it's not a gender thing when it comes to, working hard and providing for yourself. It's just we all out here trying to get some. So you just have to hold tight for yourself
Yeah.
because some people will take advantage.
Yeah. A lot of leeches out here. A lot of people who think that somebody owes them something. I was talking to
Or
one
the
of them.
world, they're entitled. A lot of entitled
Man,
people.
that's the problem today.
Entitlement.
Yeah, that's the
My little
problem.
sister right now, they grown. One, one's going 25, others going 24 this year. And I told my brother, they're not babies anymore. They're grown.
Yeah,
So treat them as such as me. Talk
yeah,
to them how you talk to me.
yeah. Hmm. All right. Well, Miss Charmecia, you got anything else you wanna add?
No, I don't think so.
I appreciate
But if
you.
you want to come get your hair done, come see me. He has my cards.
Absolutely. Holla at me. Strictly about the hair though, because if you ain't on your A game, then don't even
Yeah, don't
bother.
even come over here.
All right, ma'am. Well, I appreciate you. All right, thank you.